I started babysitting for this nice, nerdy family about 2 months ago, and I kinda need another opinion on it. Don't get me wrong, this job was a total lifesaver, as it pays very well, and I really only have to do it once or twice a week, which lets me have time for school and friends and auditions. The kids are also pretty great. There's the 4-year-old, let's call him Gavin, and for his 2-year-old sister, let's say Roxy. Both kids are into superheroes and My Little Pony and all sorts of that stuff, and they always get really excited to see me. The parents keep telling me that the kids talk about me a lot, especially so because they enjoy the stories, and, well, I'm a storyteller. I've been telling them traditional fairy tales for the lessons, as well as my own stories since I make an effort to put substance into them. Their little eyes light up at the mention of stories, and my heart ignites just as much as theirs do whenever it's story time before bed. Storytime always goes great, but bedtime itself is always an issue. Roxy, for the most part, goes to sleep straight away, but she'll fuss every now and then. Gavin, on the other hand, fusses and screams and cries calling for his mom. I've tried everything I could think of, but it seems there's just no alleviation for his issue with bedtime. I've learned that he's afraid of something, but we really don't know what. Not his parents, not me, not anybody. At first, I brushed it off because the kid is 4, and at that young of an age, I assume all kinds of crazy things can happen in a kid's mind. I just kept reminding him that there is nothing to be afraid of and that I'm here to protect him. And of course, every night I pray over them as they sleep. This became routine. Something different and a little off-putting happened during story time the other night. I had previously told the kids Little Red Riding Hood, Goldilocks, and the 3 Bears, and of course Jack and the Beanstalk, so I figured it was time I have told them Hansel and Gretel. It started out normally. Hansel and Gretel had a cruel stepmother, yada yada yada. They left a bread trail in the forest, yada yada, up until I mentioned the witch in the gingerbread house. Gavin looked at me, a new expression on his face, and proclaimed, "There are no witches in our house." His voice became a little shrill, and his face just looked startled at the word witch. I thought this was a rather odd statement for a 4-year-old to say. I didn't really know how to continue the story, but I managed to dance around the word witch. The next week I tested it out again, this time with a lesser-known fairy tale called Prunella, and once again the children told me there are no witches in our house. The parents aren't religious at all, so it can't be a fear of witchcraft or anything. And in their costume box, there's even a little witch's hat for Roxy. It's sort of a lost reason as to why they say that. I keep telling myself it's nothing big. But then I start thinking about how Gavin's always so afraid of something. There was this one night when he got up and wanted to sit with me in the living room until his parents came home. Now, the whole time we sat on the couch, he kept staring at the blackness of the TV as if it were an evil sludge come to take him and his sister. He kept claiming he saw the reflection of something in the hallway, but that was impossible, and I had to keep reminding him of that. Then, of course, there was the one time Roxy woke up and was kicking around in her crib. "There's something in my room," she said. I held her for a few minutes, said some prayers, and laid her back down. Another night, Gavin was restless about something. He would not stop crying, and I couldn't coax him to calm down to save either of our lives. I let his parents know that he was so afraid of having nightmares that he would throw huge fits like this, and the next time I saw him, he was totally fine. They had had a long talk with him about being a brave big kid, and he obediently went to bed and never complained since. And that's great. I'm really proud of him. His parents are really proud of him. He doesn't say the things about the witches anymore. The kids are virtually unafraid these days. Now, the reason why this still concerns me is when I babysit and the children have gone to sleep, I hear things in their house. I hear weird things on the baby monitors, like whispers and static and things of the like. But when I check on the kids, nothing's there, and they're asleep. Or sometimes, around 2 a.m., I'll hear sounds like a person walking on the roof right above me. And I'll get up from the couch and sit at the table, and the footsteps follow me until they're right over me. And lastly, I keep hearing the parents come home before they're actually home. There will be muffled voices outside saying, "Hey, we're back," and the doorknob will jiggle. Sometimes I hear one of them say, "Where's my keys?" But after that, all sound stops, and the parents get home about an hour later. And when they really do get home, they're completely quiet, since they don't want to wake up the kids and everything. I haven't told them any of the last details because, well, frankly, I'm not sure why. I just don't know if I'm crazy, or they're crazy, or something. Some creepy things happen, but nothing's attacked me or the kids or anything. And I really, really need this pay. But I needed to ask somebody. Do you guys think I should keep this job? Hi friends, my name is Giggles, or you can call me Michelle Renee. This is a quick announcement. I am now taking donations. I've started a Kofi or Coffee page, so the link to that is in the description. You can now, air quote, buy a coffee for me. It's not so much about buying me coffee as it is about supporting the channel. I'm going to start being more proactive on here, bringing you guys more narrations, roleplay audios, comedy skits, original cartoons, character-inspired lookbooks, God Talks, Theater Talks, so much more. Each donation is $3, but feel free to donate more or less if you feel the need to donate at all. Every donation is greatly appreciated, and thank you so much for continuing to watch and support.